The debate over immigration is heating up. Lawmakers are responding to President Trump's executive orders by making changes to where ICE officers can make arrests, already introducing legislation to fight it.
As Fox 45's Jessica Babb is showing us, lawmakers aren't always so quick to take action. She joins us live with the latest.
An example of that was the juvenile crime crisis. Leading up to the 2024 legislative session, over and over again, we kept covering crimes committed by kids and teens. Community members were calling for change, so were prosecutors, law enforcement, and many other people. Lawmakers said they would address the issue, but it took them many months to actually take action. With state lawmakers speaking out against President Trump's new immigration policies.
ICE has no place in our schools. ICE has no place in our hospitals, and ICE has no place in our houses of worship.
With immigration fears swirling, they're quickly taking action, introducing an emergency bill, the Protecting Sensitive Locations Act, requiring the Attorney General and certain state agencies to develop guidelines and policies related to immigration enforcement in certain places. A bill a lot of lawmakers are signing on to, and a bill previously introduced in 2020.
We're going to fight like hell to make sure that our immigrant brothers and sisters and the fabric of our community are safe and protected.
But Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials in Maryland are firing back.
With that policy being reversed, it just takes our handcuffs off to arrest those violent offenders who just happen to be by one of those areas.
Maryland's ICE Director Matthew Elliston says,
"We have not been in any schools. We have not targeted any children. It is the most wild misconception I've heard in my almost 20 years in this job."
And while lawmakers are acting quickly, trying to tackle this issue, they aren't always as eager.
They have really failed our children.
Should they call a special session?
Yes.
When it came to addressing juvenile crime before the legislative session last year, where kids and teens were committing violent crimes against community members, like when a teenage squeegee kid was found guilty of killing Timothy Reynolds, or when teens were involved in the Brooklyn Day mass shooting. On top of stolen car sprees, kids with weapons, and a long list of other crimes. While lawmakers held hearings for months, they didn't actually take action. So we pressed them for answers.
How are you dealing with it immediately?
Well, I just said, our administration has been moving very aggressively on this issue from day one.
Again and again.
Should there be a special session to address the juvenile crime crisis right now?
This is something I will be discussing with my chairs.
But despite community members calling for change,
it's getting out of control.
Lawmakers didn't address the issue until the 2024 legislative session started. But with this new immigration bill bubbling up, it shows the legislature can move swiftly for some issues. And when it comes to juvenile justice laws, while new laws were passed last year and went into effect, many prosecutors say those laws still don't go far enough. So we are continuing to press lawmakers to see how they plan to take action with this issue moving forward. In Baltimore, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.